Everything that rocks all day, the Big Dog 97.9 free ticket Tuesday.
Yeah, baby.
Every Tuesday, we're going to give you a word. You text it at 417-659-9797. You text this word we're about to give you at 417-659-9797. You'll have a chance to win this hour's.
Free tickets.
Exactly.
And this hour and today, all day, tickets to go see Greta Van Fleet May 1st at the Walmart Amp. Now, on top of our winning word right now, you'll also get winning words at 10:05, 2:05, and 4:05. So 8:05, 10:05, 2:05, and 4:05 every free ticket Tuesday. Today, your chance to see Greta Van Fleet.
Real simple. Just text this word I'm about to give you, 417-659-9797. It is highway.
Highway, okay.
Highway. That's H-A, or
No, it is not that. Highway. That is highway.
I got to the A way too soon. There's an A in it,
There is,
but
later.
it's towards the end.
Yeah, you know how to spell highway.
Highway. Highway.
Text it now, 417-659-9797. Free ticket Tuesday.
That's why I try not to spell anything. Here and now, it's Stained, 8:07, Big Dog 97.9. Good morning. Imagine your kids asking how your first date was.
Mm-hmm.
And you said, well, I ordered some DoorDash to your mom's place, but I wasn't there. I was at my place. I got the same, restaurant delivered to mine.
Yeah.
And then we waited until they were delivered.
Uh-huh.
We sat down, and then we talked on the video there, and we ate together.
It's not the story that all of us maybe have for what we would tell our children, right?
Yeah. There's a new dating app called Wingman.
Doesn't sound, I mean, that sounds like such a booty call thing, but whatever. Doesn't sound like what you do here, but
They found first dates are over video are now more popular than meeting up in person, at least for people under 30 years of age. Singles between 18 and 27 are asked if their ideal first date would include getting together or just chatting on FaceTime or Zoom.
okay.
65% chose the virtual option for their first date.
All right. I could maybe see this.
And I'm sitting there going, okay, it's more efficient.
Yeah,
It's cheaper than a real date.
true.
And a lot of young people also intimidated to talk face-to-face now.
Now, look, if you're gonna, eventually you're gonna want to touch them. So you
Yeah.
gotta,
Got to get over that.
yeah.
That's where I'm
That
like,
part, I wish we could. There does feel like there's a lot of that. Maybe with young folks, but just maybe everybody in general. We got to get over that. Let's get back to, in the real world, not just Zoom call each other. That's great.
at first I thought this is not that first date and you're meeting on a Zoom thing. And then I started thinking about it a little bit more, and I thought, okay, actually maybe this isn't a bad thing.
I don't think it's bad. Makes some sense to me. Why are you coming over to my side? Because at first you were pretty resistant to this.
Yeah, I thought it was like you got to meet in person because you need to talk to them face-to-face.
Well, I can just talk.
And then I started thinking about a time when this probably would have been useful for a first date. And what it was, and the first date was actually okay.
Yeah.
It's just basically met several people
Uh-huh.
at an event.
Uh-huh.
I was already in a relationship,
Okay.
so I'm not thinking anything, and I'm, and we're all talking. And then about 2 years,
Uh-huh.
thereabouts, probably go by. I'm not in a relationship,
Yeah.
and I cannot remember for the life of me at the time how it all transpired, but
Uh-huh.
somehow one of these girls contacted me.
Oh.
That
That you had met a couple years earlier.
that I'd met a couple years earlier at an event.
Uh-huh.
I met a couple girls that night, but as I said, I was in a relationship, not doing anything.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, she was there with me, so not.
Right.
But they said, "Hey, basically, I know you're not." So I was like, "Oh, cool." And then we chat. We talked on the phone
Uh-huh.
for a little bit, and then, well, we'll go do something.
Okay.
The problem is I thought it was somebody else. So when I got there, because I didn't have in my mind, when we're talking, I'm thinking of this one girl,
Yeah.
and it was this other girl. And it still was a good date, and I enjoyed it, but it wasn't who I thought it. It's just that, it's just one of them things when you go into it and then you see them, and I'm terrible facial expressions.
That's what I was thinking.
So I am horrible. My face gives away a lot.
It's
of
just,
things.
yeah. And I know this, and that's exactly where my mind first went. I wish I could have seen your face when you met this girl at the door, and she opens the door, and you go, oh,
You're not who I thought.
oh, okay.
Because it instantly flashed back. That's the other girl.
This is not who I thought I was taking out.
It still was fine.
Well, sure.
But it wasn't, in my mind, I had said, it's this girl.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, you talk about being thrown for a loop.
Now,
having to quickly recover.
we're talking pre-FaceTime date time anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Long before that, and this would have solved that.
Yeah.
You would have gotten on and immediately known,
Oh.
that's not who I thought this was.
Instantly. FaceTime or a Zoom date. So I think maybe because of that incident, I might be on board for this.
I kind of like it too. Yeah.
And then I felt really bad.
Mm-hmm.
because, this isn't what I thought.
Yeah. That's so great.
Yeah, it was not good.
Oh,
Then I
the
felt
joys of dating.
Then I felt terrible.
Wouldn't you have much rather just door dashed some whatever rest or some wings to each other? And
That's why the more I thought about this, the more actually this might be that way. You just hang out, you talk. It's still face to face, just not in person.
yeah,
And then you eat and you talk. It's a little more comfortable.
you can end it a lot faster if it's going rough. If it's like obviously not working, you don't have to take one home, or in some even leave and drive back home. Or if you rode together, then you're kind of stuck in a sense. You don't have to do any of that. You can just hang up, click,
Yep.
not working.
Not
I
working
like
out.
this a lot better, actually. I wish this were a thing when I was dating.
At least for the first one.
I might do 5 or 6. Let's keep going on the Zoom thing to see if this is real first.
Yeah, I think after the first one, you gotta.
Yeah, you're right. The
person.
the appeal to touch would have come in much more.
Exactly. Hello, hello, hello.
Good morning.
Anna says her husband was a blind date.
Yeah? I've heard so many successful blind date stories. Never did it. I never was just set up with someone.
Have you ever been on a blind date?
No.
Oh, I've been on a couple.
Yeah.
And I believe none of them have went well. One of them was okay.
Yeah.
One of them wasn't good at all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like Anna got married out of it. One of my good friends growing up, his parents were a blind date. They were set up on a blind date. And that worked out okay.
Yeah. The one blind date that I had, I remember it was my a relative of mine, was saying, "There's this girl. I think you could go to this basketball game with her. I think you guys will have fun. She's a great girl," and all this other stuff. She used all the phrases that I'm like, "Oh, this isn't."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Fine, whatever." I had nothing going on. It's like, sure.
Yeah.
And it was okay, except by maybe the middle towards the end. I think she was ready to like settle down and get married and all this other stuff, and we're on our half a first date. The date's not even half over yet, and she's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you're the one."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh no."
I wouldn't say I ever had one advance like maybe that fast, but just say little things. Like at dinner. I know I went out with this one girl one time. First time we'd went out together. And I'm not a big mushroom fan. And I was like kind of just sorting them off to the side of my dish that I was eating. And she said, "If you're going to be in my family, you're going to have to learn how to like mushrooms." I was like, oh my God, this is like, I feel like we're a long way from that.
This is one date.
Yeah. My family likes mushrooms.
You must like them too.
It was strange.
Just the first one. You can't. I mean,
You can't say things like that.
though I have had first dates that were amazing. That
Sure.
I could see getting there.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think the Zoom thing could work out. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, I was gonna try that thing.
Robot hand?
We can.
image sort of thing? One of those things we could throw up.
Is there an image
when
that
we
goes
have
along with
the
it?
when we have the video rolling? Do we want to throw those up too?
What do you mean?
Oh, we already have the video up there. Then throw up like question or something like that too. Is that at the same time it's rolling? Think's fine.
It's probably fine.
Okay.
It's probably fine if we want to.
You might as well. See if I can find a cool robot hand image. This is Masters next weekend.
Yes.
Hey, if you got that word earlier, make sure that you enter that. You got till 9 o'clock for the free Ticket Tuesday. We'll be doing this every Tuesday for quite some time. So a lot of cool concerts we're going to be giving away. Heads up. Yeah, I've never seen Greta Van Fleet live, but I've actually heard a lot of people talk about they actually put on a good show. So Black Moods do put on a good show.
Love those dudes. I haven't talked to them in a while.
It's been a while.
What they're up to. I think Lucas or somebody's.
It's the way he looks every morning.
Am I looking away?
She says you look perplexed.
The world confuses me.
He's when he starts working on his computer trying to make a graphic or do something.
Get into it, you know?
He gets that look.
Sorry. Yeah. Actually, I was just reading something there. Reading is hard.
If you're mad, bottle opener is not a choice on my list that I'm about to read. You might have a drinking problem.
I just wrote it down. Dang it. You'll see this is fun.
People were asked a question. If your non-dominant hand had to be replaced by a robotic hand, what gadget would you like it to include?
Yeah.
5 of the options that they gave. A flashlight in the palm. Like you
Pretty
open it
cool.
up,
I like that. Flash
which is good.
like Iron Man.
An integrated smartphone with a touch screen.
Okay.
That way you don't have to carry around a phone. It's
Just
literally with you.
In your hand, part of you.
Kind of cool. 3, powered screwdrivers in your fingertips.
It's kind of cool.
4, retractable claws like Wolverine.
So just Wolverine. That's more superpower, less robot, but it could be robot. Why not? Yeah.
Number 5, super strong grip.
Super strong grip.
Now, out of those 5, the top answer was the super strong grip.
I think it's the most useful, when you say.
46%. Probably the most useful.
Well, I guess it depends what you do. If you are a mechanic or something along those lines, screwdriver fingers or like ratcheting wrench fingers,
Yeah.
that would be the most useful probably.
20% would rather have a smartphone in their hand,
I don't like
which
that one.
is kind of what we have now.
Yeah.
because people carry it around everywhere. So I don't get that.
How far are you from your smartphone at any given time?
Right. If you're watching us on our live stream, you'll notice mine's like right here.
Yeah, mine's also on the table. It's always there.
20% would rather have that Wolverine claws, 19%, flashlight 10, screwdrivers came in at last at 5%.
Come on. I mean, Wolverine claws, as cool as they are, they can't be. I'm thinking usefulness. They can't be more.
Pretty useful.
I guess. You want to kill people.
Just think you chop
It's
stuff up. If you're like a chef,
Carrot, cut. It's done. Okay, I'll give you that. It could be, and I mean, it's definitely intimidating. If you ever catch any flack off anybody and you grow your Wolverine claws out, they're going to stop talking. So there's that, I guess. You can't show off your screwdriver finger.
Yeah. Now you can post. We got the live stream going right now. Facebook, YouTube. That's Big Dog 97.9 Facebook. Chris Purpleace and Bobby Show Facebook on our website. But you can make a comment. Let us know what you think and would like. You can go up there. We'll make a. You can comment. You can also go and text us 417-659-9797. Text us what you think, or if there's something else you would like to add to the list.
I think there are still some options out there that we haven't covered. Your non-dominant hand is replaced by a robot hand. What gadget do you include? Universal remote control wasn't even mentioned. And I'm thinking universal for everything. Garage door opener, change the stoplight to green. TV, of course.
Stoplight.
Yeah. Wouldn't you love just, you don't have to click anything. It's just your hand. You're like Magneto. You just go, boop. It's Darth Vader-like stuff. Open the doors. I think that would be the thing.
Okay.
I don't know how you make that work.
Yeah, I was going to say.
We're talking about robot hand here. Who
You're
cares?
talking about space stuff.
Not necessarily.
You just said Darth Vader.
Magneto.
And you said Magneto.
Magnets are a real thing. Now, the Force, maybe not, but magnets. All right, fine. If I was still smoker, I would say lighter. Lighter thumb.
Have a lighter thumb.
Lighter
have this
thumb.
finger be.
And that's what I'm thinking. More Swiss Army knife.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to. I had Swiss Army knife.
Bottle opener, screwdriver, lighter. I think that'd be pretty cool. Anna is on the live stream right now, and she said she wants flamethrower.
Oh, that'd be cool. Flamethrower.
That, like, legit, sort of like Iron Man.
She's taking your lighter
Oh.
idea and ratcheting it up like a notch or two.
Amplifying it. Yeah, I think I'm worried about Anna. She scares me. She's a pyro.
Just got a text.
Mm-hmm.
They said sharks. They would like a shark.
I don't. Shark hand?
A shark hand. I don't know.
They've been using their lighter. They're already smoking this morning. You know it'd be cool? Sharks.
Shark.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that works, but who am I to crush your dreams? I hope you get it one day.
That's what
Shark
they want.
hand. Yeah.
I got another one.
Okay.
They said a replica of real hands, but they were the shape and the size of the foam finger hands.
Giant hand man.
Yeah. Just one hand big. I don't know if I'd like that because that'd get old after a while.
It's a lot.
It would be in the way.
Yeah, it would be a lot to handle. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
No.
Oh.
They said vagina.
Well, well, you knew
Okay,
some guy
we went-
would immediately go there.
We went from foam finger hands, sharks, to vagina.
Well, every guy's wanted their hand to feel more like the real thing. This guy just said it.
Yeah. All right, John.
Thank you. You can text in as well, 417-659-9797.
Good text this morning.
You can also get over CRISPR Plays and Bobby Show on Facebook as well.
I think I'm gonna go. I like the Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, I do
And then basically you can put your own gadgets on your 5 fingers.
Exactly, yeah.
That way, whatever it is that I want on my hand in those 5, I can have.
Yeah. I think that's now you got to customize that, but I think that's the obvious answer as well. I mean, although the one guy, John's response was pretty good.
Well, maybe. All right. Anna says right. She is a pyro. At least that's what I'm going with.
She's admitting it. She knows it. Yeah. I mean, it's okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, it's fun.
Right. So let's see here. Andrew Garfield is dating a professional witch.
A pro witch. How do you get to the pros in witchery?
I don't know.
Witchdom?
Doc-
What is a witch?
Her name is Dr. Kate Thomas, and she calls herself a professional witch.
Spider-Man and the Witch.
That feels like it's a movie.
It will be. I mean, he's kind of done being Spider-Man, I guess, but.
Oh, he was in the last one.
Oh, okay. Did they like have all the old Spider-Men in it again?
Because of the multiverse.
Uh-huh. Gotcha.
It was funny because the original Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
Tobey Maguire Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
he could shoot webs out of his hand or his arms because his body created webs.
Right. Which is always what I
Hopefully, I'm
assumed.
not going to ruin this for anybody else, by the way, because I'm about to say something that.
If you, if
Then
you
the other two, of
haven't
course,
seen it.
they were like, they saw him do that, and they were like, "Oh, how'd you do that? We can't do that," because they have machines that do it.
Oh,
The new Spider-Man, it's just because of technology, is able to do it. The prior to him, he had to make his own, like with his webs.
the
and
Andrew
stuff.
Garfield
Yes,
Spider-Man.
Yes, so he was kind of got screwed out of the whole thing.
No doubt.
Body didn't make it; he had to make his own.
Yeah.
So did the new one, but it makes itself because of technology or something. The equipment.
Well, plus he's friends with Tony Stark
That's
in
what
the
I'm saying.
newest
It's
one.
whatever
so
that technology.
He's
is.
got all the cool stuff.
Well,
Actually, the Spider-Man suit's like the Avengers one. You're like, after the Iron Man got a hold of his, gave him the suits or whatever, you're like, oh, that's way cooler
Way
than the
cooler.
old Spider-Man.
and then of course after he does that, they look and oh, does it just come out of your arms like that, or does it kind of come out of everywhere?
That's good. That's funny.
A little adult humor in the
Yeah.
new Spider-Man. Zoe Deschanel,
Deschanel, yeah. Mhm.
father, has 6 Oscar nominations, but she's not a Nepo baby.
I don't know what that term is.
I don't either. Zoe Deschanel has been nominated for 6 Oscars, but she swears she's not a Nepo, and she might have a point. Her dad is Caleb, a cinematographer whose credits include The Right Stuff, The Patriot, The Passion of the Christ, and The Lion King.
Dang, he has worked on some big movies.
That's some pretty big stuff.
Yeah.
It's funny because people be like, oh, nepotism. I'm like,
Nepo
no.
baby, yeah.
My dad's a director of photography. No one's getting jobs because their dad's a DP. Zoe's mom is Mary Jo, which is an actress. She played Ellen Hayward in Twin Peaks.
Okay. I would say she's probably right, but at the same time, you got a better idea of how everything works, most likely.
Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis will not switch bodies in Freaky Friday 2.
There's so many of those movies where they switch the bodies.
Well, they did originally, so it must be. Oh, they'll switch with 2 teenage girls.
Yeah, they're still switching bodies with someone, just not each other.
One of them is Lindsay's daughter, so this
Yeah,
now
Jamie's the grandma.
grandmother.
Mhm. Yep. I knew that's probably the progression we were making here. Well, honestly, I mean, Lindsay's probably 30-something now. Or
Yeah.
Whatever, maybe 40.
Eclipse songs for next week.
So my wife, through her job, they book hotel rooms in various locations, and one of them is in the direct path. That hotel called her work and said, sorry, we can't book you guys any rooms, because they were, I think it was like $1,200 or $2,000. I can't remember the number that they were charging for probably your kind of chain hotel, you know.
Yeah, down around Poplar Bluff, West Plains, Cape. I think they said all their hotels are already, they've been booked for a couple weeks now.
Sure.
Every single hotel in all those towns.
This one was in Texas, wherever the path follows there somewhere.
Because I think Cape Girardeau is like prime.
Full coverage.
I think that's where a lot of lot of. There might be even a TV, like the Good Morning Americas or
Oh.
something like a big. I think it's supposed to go to Cape. I think.
You're kidding.
I could be wrong on that, but
That's cool though. We'll still get like 90-some%, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's not that close even.
If you look at the path, we're not even in the line.
I know we're not in the lines. Yeah,
Like, not even the outside line.
yeah.
I mean, you might see a little bit of it,
I think we'll still see some of it. I thought. Yeah,
but
I don't know how much, but
I don't think we're supposed to really
Hmm.
see much of anything.
okay.
I remember the one wherein I can't remember how many years back it was now. The weirdest thing about the whole thing is all of a sudden, all the noises you heard, like from birds and all that other stuff,
Stop.
they stop.
Yeah,
So it got super quiet,
trips them out. Yeah.
and it was like eerie
Yeah.
because everything just stops.
They're like, it's nighttime.
Yep. Like no bug sounds, I mean, there was like no sounds. It was weird. Angie Harmon's dog was shot and killed by an Instacart delivery man.
Her dog. Jeez, what's the Instacart dude doing, killing her dog?
I think the dog attacked him
Yeah.
and he shot it. Apparently, it's been proven that it was self-defense, so he's not charged.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. I'm curious. According to this, we'll see. That's a lot more than I would have guessed, even
Maybe we will.
for a couple of hours. It may last longer or whatever if you're more towards the center line, or I would think the time is the same. There's also a lunar eclipse coming in September, by the way. And a total lunar eclipse in March of 25.
Martin Short's going to be the next mayor of a small town in Southern California called Funner.
On a show?
No, next mayor of a small town.
Oh, I know, but I thought it was like setting up a show. Like
No.
he's really going to be the mayor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Past mayors, Jane Lynch,
Oh,
David Hasselhoff,
okay.
Rob Riggle.
So this is their thing. They get some
Funner,
funner. What state?
Southern California.
Funner, California. Just goes and gets a famous guy or girl. Come be our mayor. They really do need to get McCheese out there. They need to get Mayor McCheese.
Yes.
Let's see.
Well, you know there had to be some kind of April Fool's Day joke or something going around.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the stars of our show, Jared Leto and Vanna White.
That is right. Jared Leto shows up on the Wheel of Fortune.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. And,
Why not?
Have a great show.
They need a new
See you soon.
host.
He said he was retiring or whatever.
Pat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. They need a new one.
All right, everybody, grab those devices. It's time to give away some money. $1,000 in our first toss-up. The category is on the map.
This is the funny thing to me, if this were real, is the idea that how many Wheel of Fortune viewers wouldn't know who Jared Leto is?
There probably is quite a few.
Who
that
is this guy? To them, to a chunk of them, Pat Sajak's far more famous than Jared Leto.
Yes. But Jared Leto has done so many things.
I know, but they just don't know any of them.
But that was a April Fool's Day prank as he came out. And he actually did the first puzzle of the night the whole way through.
Did he?
Uh-huh.
Why not though? It could be good for him. He's done everything else, music, sang, he's acted, he's done all these things. He might as well be a game show host too.
Yeah. Pat Sajak, after the first thing, they went to commercial break. Pat Sajak came out
Mm-hmm.
and didn't even mention anything about Jared coming out and doing it.
That's good.
Never mentioned it, almost like it had never happened.
That's great.
Pat just kept going like he had been there the whole time.
That's actually the way to do it. That's a good April Fool's Day.
Because then you got everybody going, what was going on with that guy?
Yeah.
Especially if they had no clue who he was.
Right? Because I have a feeling so many of them didn't.
They're going,
Who
Who's
is
that?
this? Where's Pat?
and then all of a sudden Pat goes, oh,
Was I dreaming?
did I miss my medicine again? There was some other guy on there a second ago, I swear it. Here's Rich Glitter.
This is not headline news. April is National Stress Awareness Month. Actually, so is every month until the presidential election in November. April is Distracted Driving Awareness Month. I think that's what the headline said, but I drove up a curb while I was reading my phone on the way to work. Apple turned 48 yesterday, while their average iPhone assembly worker turned 8. Hackers leaked the private data of millions of AT&T users. Hey, that's our job, said TikTok. And a 94-year-old Ohio woman plans to visit all 7 continents, which would make her the first person to visit all continents while incontinent. This is not headline news.
Hope everybody's having a good Tuesday. Didn't get fooled yesterday too much. April Fool's Day. Got nice cool weather today
Yeah. Nice. It is
for
cool.
everybody.
I've been spoiled already with the pretty nice temperatures. We've had decent so far.
Luckily, it's going to get nicer this week because I was actually going, oh, I could go play golf and stuff, and then I noticed how cold it was going to get.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that's going to be later this week.
Yeah.
Do appreciate everybody jumping on. Remember, you can always make comments. You can share it out and all that kind of good stuff. We'll have those highlight videos. We'll be posting at Chris Purple's and Bobby Show. We'd love it if you go like and follow that. If you haven't done so, we do appreciate it. We'll have TikToks up from some of those as well on our TikTok page. If you want to follow there, we're like all over the place.
All over.
And we'll be back live as we do every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. So thank you very much.
See you tomorrow.